This the book of Second Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will began to visit the world which he made. Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahweh Shai, Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahweh Shai, Barak tha Yahweh, Barak tha Yahweh Shai. Call Elohim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders, a great millstone, rule well, being a great example to the younger brothers in the truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and Lord willingness to edifying lesson. This is another edition of Measure by the Time Diligently, volume 38, if I ain't mistaken. But with that, we're going to get straight into it, Lord willingness edifying.
There's like an art to manipulation. I think some people have figured it out inherently.
I never seen nothing like this before in my life.
Now viral videos show, for lack of a better term, a robot dog joining the human members of the NYPD's response to a domestic dispute inside a NYCHA building in Kips Bay Monday.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. It felt surreal.
Before we talk about this, you didn't know these Boston Dynamic dogs are rolling out all over the place. I mean, globally. Here they are in Singapore, and they remind people at the park to practice social distancing. In China, one company has a pack of them programmed to all move in unison, which looks totally terrifying, but they look a little less creepy, maybe, when they're all programmed to dance together.
That today, I believe we are on the cusp of the fourth industrial revolution, powered by billions of connected devices, 3D printers, and super smart robots, to name just a few. This revolution will not only change entire societies and economies, it stands to transform the very essence of human nature.
And that's where we at, man. That's where we at with it. We headed we swiftly headed into the fourth industrial revolution, man. But let's get this, because it's basically going to be a technological age, man, so to speak. That's what they hoping for, you know. But let's get this. In Daniel chapter 12 verse 4, it say, But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book. Like it. Even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. You know, and that knowledge is going into the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and also the knowledge, just Esau, you know, just knowledge in general, you know, people, Esau Edom, the one who was wiser than Daniel, this nigga, you know, with his technology. You know, he advancing swiftly in his technology, man, in the times we living in, man. And that's all through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. They Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gave this devil, you know, to to exalt himself as so the same way he did Pharaoh, man. You know, the scripture tell you the same reason he lifted up Pharaoh, basically. In Romans 9, that's basically what he doing with Esau Edom. He lifting them up. He got them proud so he can bring them low, man. You know?
It's fear. Like, fear really drives numbers. It does, you know? The happiest days in news, people, I would imagine, turn it off and then when they go with the family, they don't stay glued to it, you know? Unless there's something that's uniting them, like the moon landing or something like that. Fear is the thing that keeps you tuned in.
I think we're at a really important moment right now, which is the question of whether or not we are going to think about the changes the world is happening in terms of hope or in terms of fear. There's definitely rapid change going on, and every technology that's ever been invented has caused great fears.
And I'm also going to have a warning about what we've come to expect as normal could all be about to change.
Connectivity, data access is too important to keep it only to the world's rich. There are 4 billion people in the world who don't have access.
The CEOs of big tech giants have faced a grilling by lawmakers in Congress. The virtual hearing was focused on the rise of misinformation.
And when they get access, they are more highly educated, they have job opportunities, they have longer, healthier, more productive lives. And importantly, it's not just what they get from us because they can be connected to data, it's what we get from them.
I don't think anyone wants a world where you can only say things that private companies judge to be true.
And I think represents something truly profound in the world.
So you're saying it will reduce the divide, not increase the divide?
I think it does. I mean, certainly there are a lot of divides which are increasing, but if you look at the power of technology, and particularly social technology, it gives people voice.
And how it's gonna reduce the divide? Cause everybody, the new world order is everything one, the same as the Tower of Babel, man. You know, when everybody was a one speech, you know, they want to build a tower. Matter of fact, let me try to go into that store. You know, of course it's gonna reduce the divide. Everybody who ain't with it, guess what? you gotta go, man. Let's get that Tower of Babel, then we're gonna go to Revelation. This the book of Genesis 11:1. It say in the whole earth, cause like the scriptures say, there's no new thing under the sun. And what else the Lord say? Everything written aforetime was written for our learning. You know, and this basically Babylon the Great, the Tower of Babel. You know, Babel go into confusion, man. It say the whole earth was of one language and of one speech, and it came to pass as they journeyed from the east, they found in the plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go and let us build a city and a tower whose top may reach unto the heavens. And that's what Esau, you know, Esau ain't actually doing it, but spiritually they are, you know. And saying, let us make us a name, least we be scratched or scattered abroad upon the face of the whole world. It say, and the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. It say, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one. And that's what they planning on doing now. They want they want all people to be one. The one world order, one government, one religion, oneness. You know, that, and what that's gonna do if they accomplish what they trying to do, it's gonna reduce the divide. The fourth industrial revolution gonna reduce the divide. Why? Because everybody gonna be connected to a grid. Everything gonna be tracked. Everything is gonna be ruled or by who? The elites, man. You know, it ain't gonna be no side deals going on or none of that, because everything gonna be on the grid. Everything is gonna be monitored, man. So they plan. That's what they plan on doing. You know. But we ain't gonna keep going on it. Oh well. Yes, we will. Verse 6, it say, and the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined. It say, go to, and let us go down and confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. And that's why you got all these different languages in the earth. But what is America doing? The top language all nations need to know is English. Why? Because that's the America is running the earth, so to speak. You know, America is that whore that riding upon the beast that's basically controlling the beast, man. The beast system that's ultimately running the earth, man. You know? It say, I might as well get it all. It say, so the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build the city. There is a name there. Therefore is the name of it called Babel. It say, because the Lord had confounded the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. You know, and ultimately that's what happened. The Lord scattered their ass, man. You know, because the Lord ain't. And Babel mean, I just looked it up. It say a confused noise made by a number of voices. So it's just a whole bunch of talking, man. You know, you don't know. Basically, like when you in a auditorium or at a stadium or something. Everybody can be talking English, but shit, it's so much noise. All you hear, that's all you hear. You don't hear shit, you know. But the people around you, but the audience, all the rest of the audience, it's just a loud noise. It's babble, man. You know. But this babble, they actually was speaking other languages. You know, so each, you know, set of different nations, they all speaking, you know, this nation speaking this language, another nation speaking that language, you know. It was confusing, man.
More equal voice than we've had before, and we've seen those impacts on the world. And so the only way we're going to make more data accessible and unleash all the potential that everyone here talked about is if it gets cheaper. And so everyone on the stage, I think, is working on it in their own way, and there have to be lots of different approaches to connect.
Yeah, and they want everything to be cheaper. Ultimately, it's going to be free. Fuck cheaper. Everything, the internet is going to be, you know, ultimately, up to them, they going to make it to where it's free, man. It ain't going to be something like they going to afford it. No, they going to make that shit free because that's part of the fourth industrial revolution, man. You know, that's why they trying to set up the 5 stuff, man. The 5 goodies, man. I ain't gonna say it because they gonna fucking around and clip my video, and I ain't trying to get no scrape just about yet. Even though I might get one anyway. But, you know, eventually they gonna try to make internet access available for everybody, and they gonna make it free, man. You know?
60% more of the world. We have a project we call internet.org, which tries to provide free data in different places.
I got a precept, because ultimately it's just all fucking deception, man. This 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, his plots, his schemes, and his plans, man. You know? This nigga got some wickedness up his sleeve, man. You know, and also his technology, man. We ain't ignorant of those things, man. You know, we see what you doing, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because 2/3 of our people are blinded, man. They don't see it, man. You know?
To make this incredible future happen as quickly as possible.
And Cheryl, I would have loved a question from a woman, but I will end with the voice of a woman.
Inclusion. An internet that connects everyone, that's accessible to everyone.
There's no such thing as
internet that connects everyone. That's the Internet of Things that Apostle Tahar always go into. The Internet of Things, man. You know?
unbiased news. Just doesn't exist. There's too many agendas.
So are we surprised when media leaders like Axios's
and this guy don't be knowing what the hell he be talking about, man. As far as the scriptures.
Felix Solomon sends us out this warning when he said, trust in traditional media has declined to an all-time low.
Now, we all know that institutions, particularly here in this country, occupy an important place in our society. As such, they're expected to act with integrity and basic decency toward the people that rely on them. Now, broadcast news media once belonged in that category. It was trusted, it was honourable, it was straight up and down the line in reporting the facts.
Why does it matter, he asks? Faith in society's central institutions, especially the government and the media, is the glue that holds society together, and that glue was visibly dissolving a decade ago.
It covered the important stories that we all need to know, and we had confidence in what they were telling us. But slowly, most of them have now dumped hard news in favour of pop culture reporting. But some...
Yeah, because what we've come to find out is that the news is one big enchantment, man. You know? And the news is one of those ways this nigga came out and deceived the whole world and deceived them that dwelleth upon the earth, roughly paraphrasing, man.
Have sunk into even actually deceiving viewers.
Perhaps you can introduce the book, its themes, and tell us what the objectives are for the Great Reset.
You replace it with something new. We might call it a Great Reset, but you don't reset the table, you base.
And the Great Reset ultimately is the fourth industrial revolution. They say what the fourth industrial revolution, what it means, this something off it's just off the World Economic Forum. It say we stand on the brink of a technological revolution that will fundamentally alter the way we live, work, and relate to one another in its scale, scope, and complexity. The transformation will be unlikely anything humankind has experienced before. It say we do not yet know just how it will unfold, but one thing is clear: the response to it must be interrogated and comprehensive, involving all stakeholders of the global policy. It say from the public and private sectors to the academy and civil society. It say the first industrial revolution used water and streams, power to mechanize power to mechanize production. The second use electric power to create mass production. The third use electronics and information technology to automate production. Now the fourth industrial revolution is building on the third, the digital revolution that has been occurring since the middle of the last century. It is characterized by a fusion of technology that is blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological. And what is biological sphere? What is biological? What do biological mean? Let's just look. Biological. What is biological? It's a biological. It's a relating to biological or living organisms. You know, so ultimately biological, you know, is going to the human, man. Fusing the human with the digital, man. They say there are three reasons why today transformation represent not merely a prolongation of the third industrial revolution, but rather the arrival of the fourth and distinct one. Velocity, scope, and system impact. The speed of current breakthroughs has no historical precedent. How you say? Damn. Precedent when compared to the previous industrial revolution. The fourth is evolving at an exponential rather than a linear pace, so knowledge is being increased, man. It is disrupting almost every industry in every country, and the breadth and the depth of these changes herald the transformation of the entire system of production, management, and govern how you say it, governance. Yeah, forgive me. The action or manner of governing, so we know what government means, going into basically controlling people, man. But that's pretty much the point. Everybody finna we'll see. The possibilities of billions of people connected by mobile devices, and now they trying to, the same way they got the phones and everything connected, you're smart, autocorrect, and all these phones can connect. You can play the PlayStation with everybody around, all that type of shit. They trying to, infuse it into your body, man. I hope they don't clip me, but fuck them. It say the possibility of billions of people connected by mobile devices and unprecedented processing power, storage capacity, and access to knowledge are unlimited, and these possibilities will be multiplied by emerging technology breakthroughs in fields such as artificial intelligence, robotics, and Internet of Things, and that's something Apostle Torah always talk about. Autonomous vehicles, 3D printing, nanotechnology, biotechnology. What the hell is nanotechnology? Nanotechnology, the branch of technology that deals with dimensions and tolerance of less than 100 nanometers, especially the manipulation of individual atoms and molecules. What's biotechnology? We just want to know. It say the exploitation of biological processes for industrial and other purpose, especially the genetic manipulation of microorganisms. It say especially the genetic manipulation of microorganisms, GMOs, and other things, GMO and you niggas, man, for the production of antibiotic hormone, etc. It's a material science, energy shortage, and quantum computing. I like it. But that's pretty much the point. It go on. It's just going into, the fourth industrial revolution.
Basically, clear the table and put a whole new set of figures on the table.
And if I can say once again, the fourth industrial revolution is the Great Reset.
You're playing checkers, they push all the checkers off, and they put chessmen on the table. They've reset the table, but it's a totally different table, totally different game, totally different dynamics and circumstances. there's a lot of conjectures that go out, and over the last, leading up to the election, you and I were feeded with all sorts of conjectures that were put forth as being absolute truth and fact. And people ask me what I thought about it. It says, until I can give some attribution and say, I know this for sure, I'm not going to go around promoting this stuff because I don't know. I don't see anything, and I don't read anything they write that tells me anything for certain other than the fact that they have secret inside knowledge of what's going on. And there's a danger for you and me because we invalidate the authority of our words when we buy into ideas that don't have proof behind them. That's my caution to you. My caution to you is that when you run with these things that you read on the internet, take the time to see if you can validate them by other sources.
That it will have a changing effect, changing on economies, societies.
When I saw these dogs, I was like, that reminds me of what ended up being my favorite episode. It's a very like post-apocalyptic, like they took over the world and they're unkillable and it kills the last person. And now we're seeing it on DBL. So that's great, Jeff.
You know, and I ain't even gonna read Revelation 13. Revelation 13 because, you know, they don't want you to talk about the MOB, man. You know, the MOTB, you know. But you see it, man. Hey, and the Great Reset also going into them implementing a new world order. You know, the fourth industrial revolution, the Great Reset, all these things is them trying to set up their new world order, reducing the population and doing all this wickedness, man. You know, so keep your eyes peeled, man, and stay focused on the task at hand, and that's doing this work and doing the things that are pleasing unto the Lord. Because the Lord say that day shall not come except there be a falling away first, going back to 7 AD, and that man of sin be revealed. And this nigga is being revealed. Going into who? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He is being revealed. The Lord lifting up his skirt, you know, and he on Front Street, man. You know, the wicked is revealed, man. If you don't think the white man the wicked, you know, you better do some serious soul searching, man. Praying, man. Hoping that the Lord open your eyes, because if not, you gonna be destroyed, man. Hand on hand, the wicked ain't gonna go unpunished. You gonna get the same judgment as him, and that's what? Nuclear missiles, man. But with that, Lord willing, this is edified. I want to end it giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone rule well. And peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah.